Peace. What's poppin'? What's poppin', y'all? What's poppin'? Let's vibe out real quick, man. Let everybody come on in. Yeah. Look. Yo, what's poppin', bro? Yeah. My ambitions as a ride. My ambitions as a ride. My ambitions as a ride. My ambitions as a See, lately I've been protecting my peace. I went to the land of Pineal, I've been protecting my seats. Even though I talk to spirits, I still come from the streets. A big step, but still a gangster, I'm protecting my feet. I've been meditating, doing shadow work, I'm feeling some shit. I've been trying to open my heart chakra, I'm feeling some shit. Yeah, I'm vibrating high, but I still beat your ass. And I don't really talk too much, but I teach your class. Yeah. And I still ride for my people. When I speak, I shake the room. I got some shit I can teach. We don't vibrate the same, but I still pray I can reach you. A lost soul up in your eyes, just don't let it defeat you. 7 days within my past, I'm on some emotional shit. I ain't even go outside, fuck the social shit. A lot of forces that I'm feeling, yeah, I'm controlling this shit. Yeah, I'm facing all my fears, yeah, I'm approaching this shit. Yeah. My ambitions that's a ride. My ambitions that's a ride. What's poppin', y'all? My ambitions that's a ride. My ambitions as See, lately I've been protecting my peace. Went to the land of Pineal, I've been protecting my seat. Even though I talk to spirits, I still come from the streets. A big stepper, still a gangster, I'm protecting my feet. I'm protecting my feet, yeah. I'm protecting my feet. A big stepper, still a gangster, I'm protecting my feet. Even though I talk to spirits, I still come from the streets. Yeah. Alright, y'all, what's poppin', y'all? Go and get that right real quick. What's up, y'all? How y'all feeling, man? What's going on, man? Still a gang? Yeah, I follow like 5 pages. That's supposed to be you. That ain't me. It's my only page, y'all. What's poppin'? How everybody feeling, man? What's up, man? What going on? You know, my page off restrictions, so, you know, I'm hoping, you know, we can go brazy tonight on the live. We'll have more than an hour. If not, then, you know, if the energy is there, then, you know, we're going to come back on. But how everybody feeling? Everybody good? Feeling godly. I love that. That's what's popping. For those that's wondering, this is called sweetgrass. How everybody feeling, man? What's going on? Talk to me. Talk to me before I dive in real quick, man. What's popping? If this is your first time in the community gathering, welcome. We welcome you with open arms. If you have any questions, as you can see, it's a community gathering, another question and answer. You know, if you have any questions, please put the questions in the question box. If you want to join me on the live, please feel free to request the video, and we can build. Nature me. Nature me, please put that question in the question box for me, please. Because I would love to get back to that. Back to that. I'm feeling empowered. I love it. Got sick after my 7-day fast, but I'm good now.
I wonder why you got sick. Hey, nature me knee. Hey, please put that question in the question box. Copy and paste that real quick so I can dive in on that, you know, when I get to the questions. So yeah, real quick, y'all, you know, welcome. We back with another community gathering. I appreciate each and every last one of y'all. As I said before, if this is your first time in a community gathering, welcome. If you want to join me on the community gathering, please feel free to request a live, to request a video. If you have any questions, please put the questions in the question box. If y'all see me going back and forth, I'm also recording myself on my other device, so I can also post on YouTube. However, although the title says community gathering, questions and answer, I do have something I do want to touch on real quick. When I posted my juice video today, I had received a lot of questions as far as like the importance of juicing and things of that nature. My account is off restriction, so I am hoping that, you know, I still at least have an hour here, over an hour on Instagram. If not, then I'll just dive in depending on the energy. However, when we dive into juicing, right? Why is it important to juice, right? So first and foremost, I want to start with this statement, right? The body is made electric, right? The body is made electric, and it can only run correctly on electrical things, right? Now, why is juicing important, right? So first and foremost, I want to start with based off the juice you have, right? Juicing, well, the components of juicing has the ability to slow press the juice, right? And to extract as much enzymes, biophotons, minerals, flavonoids out of the fruits, right? Versus actually grabbing the fruit from the actual like store or whatever and eating it. Right now, why is that important? It's important because when you grab a fruit from the store, right, you have to understand that our teeth, our mouth, and our saliva glands can only do so much to break that fruit down, right? And before it enters our stomach and our intestines, right? So so from there, now I will say that eating fruits, right? Eating fruits is healthy for sure, right? Because of the fiber, right? You can utilize the fiber of the fruits and, you know, to push out different metabolic waste, different backed up, you know, feces, whatever the case may be that's going within the gut and or the intestines. However, juicing allows the fruit to be broken down deep within the cellular membrane, right? So now it can extract the high levels of biophotons, minerals, enzymes, you know, different simple amino acids, different flavonoids. Now, this is important because once you juice the fruit, it passes the metabolic breakdown process, and it enters the bloodstream immediately, right? And what I mean by that is this, right? What I mean by that is this, right? So drinking the juice, right? When you drinking fruit juice, fresh squeezed fruit juice and vegetable juice, but we're going to specifically stick to fruit juice because, you know, of course, as I always say, fruits cleanse, vegetables rebuild, and et cetera, et cetera. So specifically speaking, we speaking about fruit juice. When you're drinking fresh squeezed fruit juice, you have to understand that when it enters the mouth, right, within the mouth, you have these things called saliva glands, right? Now, within these saliva glands are also connected to different blood capillaries within inside of the mouth. Right now, through the blood capillaries, they pick up and they absorb all these biophotons and minerals. And what happens is that it distributes directly to the bloodstream as fructose, right? If fructose and glucose. Now, glucose pretty much comes from vegetables, right? However, fructose comes from fruits, right? And so what happens is that when it's directly distributed to the bloodstream, now it breaks down into fructose, and then it breaks down into ATP, adenosine triphosphate, adenosine monophosphate, and et cetera, et cetera. And this is nothing but just pure energy for the body, the brain, the blood cells, the melanin, the uromelanin, the pheomelanin, and et cetera, right? Now, once this is when it enters the mouth, right? Now, the second process of when you're drinking fruit juice, now you have this thing called the esophagus. esophagus, right? And the esophagus is actually covered with this thick layer of mucosa membrane, right? And what happens is that within this mucosa membrane, you have hundreds and thousands of glands, right, within the mucosa membrane lining that also extracts the minerals and the biophotons from the fruit juice and, from the vegetable juice, and also distributes it directly into the bloodstream. Now, all of this, the first two things that I just explained, right? You got the blood capillaries within the mouth, right? You got the glands within the mucosal membrane located in the esophagus. All of this is happening, right, before the juice actually gets to the digestive tract, right, and absorb more minerals, more biophotons, more flavonoids. And why that is important is because why is that important? Because your gut holds a lot of blood capillaries, right? And all of this is also known as cellular infusion, right? Basically, these vital nutrients, you know what I'm saying? These flavonoids and all of these things being directly distributed to the bloodstream and actually penetrating the nucleus of the cell to break down into energy. All of this is known as cellular infusion. Now, however, when I go back to the gut, you have to understand that the gut also has a large amount of blood capillaries inside of it, right? And we're going to get to the gut in a minute, but you got to understand that within the gut, if you're not absorbing the vital minerals or the biophotons and the flavonoids or the things or the vital minerals, if you're not absorbing correctly, that means your gut, your intestines is backed up, right? These blood capillaries are blocked off. And so they're not able to extract and to absorb and distribute these minerals. Right. So, again, we're breaking down, the body's electric, and we're breaking down the importance of juice. Because when I posted this juice, when I posted my my story, the me juicing earlier, I had a lot of questions of the importance of juice. So I just wanted to jump into that real quick. Now, when you're juicing, right, the getting the best juicers is important. Right. And the reason why is because you have to understand that when you're juicing, you want to make sure that you're at least focused on getting, slow press juice. Now, of course, get the things that you can, afford. If you can only afford a blender and then getting a cheesecloth and extracting it and, and doing it like that, then do that. You know what I'm saying? If you have a juicer or, listen, get what you can. You feel what I'm saying? However, you want to also set the goal to get the best juicer that you can get, specifically a slow press juicer, right? And the reason why is because, for an example, right, for those that are using blenders to juice, right, you got to understand that when that blade is going, what happens is that blade start to heat up. Right. And what's going on is that as it's heating up, it's also heating up those biophotons and those vital minerals that you're getting from that fruit juice or that vegetable juice. Right. And so what happens is that when it start heating up, it's actually destroying those flavonoids and biophotons. This is the reason why when you go to the store and you getting, fresh orange juice, you feel what I'm saying? It's a reason why slow press, cold press is the same conscious rolls. Slow press or cold press. That's what I mean. Cold press, but it's pretty much the same. But however, when you go to the grocery store, you feel what I'm saying, and you get the orange juice, you know what I'm saying? It's a reason why, it says it's pasteurized and, all of these extra things is because when you're getting this fresh orange juice from the grocery store, what they have done was they heated it up, right? They heated it up, and pretty much like I just said, that heat breaks down and destroys the biophotons, the flavonoids, the enzymes, the vital minerals. You feel what I'm saying? So, of course, get what you can afford, get what you can. However, you want to work your way up to getting the best juicers that you can. Two great juicers that I advise getting, of course, the Nama. I got the Nama J2. You can use my discount code TONE10 and get, money off. Or I like the Cuvings as well. The Cuvings is fire as well. So again, to go back to the importance of juices again. So as soon as the juice hits your mouth, right, you have alkaline enzymes inside of your mouth that are going to go to work and bring these vital minerals and these vital nutrients directly to the bloodstream, also known as cellular infusion. So that is why it's important to juice. So real quick, before I continue, drop in some noms real quick. Drop in some numbers. You feel what I'm saying? We just bought that when it comes Tuesday. Let me see what y'all talking about. Look, if y'all got any questions, please put the questions in the question box. If y'all got any questions, please put the questions in the question box. If y'all want to join me on the live, please feel free to request the video and we can go brazen. We can build in dialogue. Y'all give me like 5 more minutes, then I'm going to go to the questions, all right? I see a lot of questions. I see a few people that want to join me as well. So give me a few minutes. Let me finish up this, the importance of juicing real quick. Drop in some, drop some nines in. Drop in some numbers real quick. Let me see. What's a good juice to detox your body? Fruit juice. You could definitely do melons. You feel me? You could do honeydew melons, watermelons, cucumbers. This live will be saved. Don't even trip. Fix this over here real quick. All right, so when we go just a tad bit deeper, like I said, give me 5 more minutes, y'all. Five more minutes. So when we go deeper when it comes to juicing, right? And the importance of juicing. This is the exact reason why, when I have consultations where people email me, when I'm getting different healing, healing modalities of people reaching out, juicing is a part of the protocol, right? And specifically fruit juicing. You feel what I'm saying? And the reason why is because, like I always say, fruits cleanse, vegetables rebuild the body. So if you want to cleanse the body, if you want to detox the body, of course, I advise fruit juice, right? And so I also get a lot of questions about how much juice, especially when you're cleansing, right? Or when you're on a fruit juice fast. How often should you drink fruit juice or whatever the case may be? So throughout my own experience, you feel what I'm saying? I've come to realize that at least between 3 and 4 to 4 hours, I advise you to, of course, probably like a mason jar. You could do this, mate. You could do like, I don't know the ounces. I forget the thing. It's like 20 ounces or something like that. But you can do like a regular size mason jar, or you can do like the bigger mason jars. You feel what I'm saying? That's probably like twice of those. I would say between 3 and 4 hours. 3 to 4 hours, bust down some fruit juice, right? And again, these fruit juices has been broken down by way of the cellular membrane. And now all of these, the slow press, cold press, however you want to name it, it's been broken down, and there's been the cellular wall, the cellular nucleus of the fruit has been penetrated, and now it is extracting all the trace minerals, the electrolytes, the biophotons, the vital minerals, the flavonoids, all of these things, right? So, and by the way, all of these things are also electrical. Y'all already know we had a community gathering a few weeks ago when I spoke about how electric the body is. The body is electric, so it needs electrical foods, right? And then when it comes to your body being electric and keeping up that electrical field, what's in charge of your electrical field is your adrenals, right? And for those that don't know, your adrenals are connected to are like 2 pyramid structures on top of your kidneys. So, and this is why when it comes to cleansing any dis-ease or cleansing anything with inside the body, I always say you have to cleanse the gut, the lymphatic system, and the kidneys, right? Although the kidneys are the filtration system of the body, however, there are 2 pyramid structures that are very, very important. They're in charge of your autonomic nervous system, right? The root word of autonomic nervous system is auto, the things that run on auto, right? Your blood pressure, your heart rate, right? Your breath. You don't have to think about breathing. You just breathe, right? So when it comes to being electrical and keeping that electrical spark within inside of the body, you have to also cleanse the kidneys, keep the adrenals, keep the adrenals going and filtrating and pumping the way they're supposed to. And so when we go back to the gut, right? I remember having somebody in my, my 7-day fruit juice fast. And for those that's wondering, give me 2 more minutes, y'all, 2 more minutes. For those that's wondering, we having another a 7-day fruit juice fast, right? Fasting, we're fasting to manifest, right? We're going into the spring, and where things are coming alive and things are birthing, right? And so this is the most powerful time to start manifesting, when things are birthing, right? This is the time to start birthing, right? Ideas, concepts, whatever the case may, businesses, whatever. So I've had somebody in my last 7-day fruit juice fast, and they they messaged me personally, and they said, well, I've been juicing, but I haven't, I don't feel any difference. I don't think I've been absorbing correctly, right? And the reason why is because when we go back to the gut, right, the digestive system, the gut could be so messed up, backed up, and tore up to where the blood capillaries that absorbs these nutrients, that absorbs these biophotons, are backed up, right? They're blocked. So they're not able to absorb the nutrients and the minerals, right? That's why I always say, before switching your diet, before juicing, right? But you have to cleanse the gut. Even before the fruit juice fast, I always say, prepare the body, right? How do you prepare the body? Start drinking your herbal teas, right? Start drinking some teas to start cleansing out the digestive system. You feel what I'm saying? Before you start switching your diet, cleanse the digestive system. So now when you start eating the whole foods, the fruits and the vegetables and the vegan diet or the natural diet, your gut can now absorb the vital nutrients and the biophotons and all of these things and the minerals, the electrolytes from the things that you put inside of your body. And now when you start juicing, you will get the energy. You feel what I'm saying? You will get the clarity. You will get the cleansing modalities. So if everybody understand what I'm saying, please drop some numbers in, and then I'm gonna jump into these questions real quick before I know my account is no longer restricted, but I don't know if Instagram still got me on an hour live. So I want to jump into these questions before we get up out of here. So drop some numbers in. Let me make sure everybody understanding what I'm saying real quick. Okay. If you got any questions, please put the questions in the question box. If you want to join me on the live, please feel free to request a video, and we can build. We can have a dialogue. If my voice sound a little raspy, y'all know I Am a Great Man dropping April 2023. Working on that album, you feel me? So, yeah. All right, so bet. So y'all understanding, overstanding, and understanding what I'm saying. All right, boo. So let me jump into these questions, man. It's a lot of questions. I'm loving it. So okay, you can receive questions. Oh, okay. All right, so here's a question. What's good for anxiety and depression? Thank you. Okay, so when it comes to anxiety and depression, you have to understand this, right? You have to understand something. You have neural pathways, right? Neural pathways that are connected by way of the gut, the heart, and the central nervous system, which most people will call the brain, right? And the reason why I'm bringing this up is because when it comes to anxiety and depression, right, all of these chemicals, because that's all it is, right? Anxiety, depression, love, happiness, joy, these are nothing but labeled chemicals, right? And so the reason why that is important is because your gut is in charge of the communication by way of the brain, the pituitary gland, the pineal gland, the hypothalamus gland, right? Your gut is in charge of charging the of firing off the communication by way of the neural pathways and telling the brain what to do or what chemicals to release or how to release them or when to release them, right? And so the reason why that is important is because based off of your gut health, that will then determine based off of your brain health, your central nervous system health, then that will in turn reflect into your mental health. So the best thing I can tell you when it comes to anxiety and depression is, of course, cleanse the gut, right? That's the first thing first. There's a book that I recommend. There's a book that I keep recommending. It's called This Is Your Brain on Food. I believe that's what it's called. Hold on real quick. Let me see who asked that question real quick. Let me scroll down. Nature me knee. Let me show you this book that I advise you to get. Right? This is, yeah, this is it right here. So, very powerful book. Now, I will say that, of course, use your discernment, right? There are some things that I don't agree with in the book. However, there are a lot of things, a lot of jewels that dropped in this book. So I really advise you to get this book. It says, "This is your brain on food." Damn, let me go back so y'all can screenshot that real quick. This is the book. So I would advise you to get this book, and it'll go deeper on explaining and expounding, the brain and the gut and how they correlate within each other. So when it comes to anxiety and depression, but and of course you can do different herbal remedies. So I know turmeric, and a little black pepper will also help you or whomever with anxiety and depression and things in that nature. However, I would definitely advise you to get that book. Cleanse the gut, start eating things that are electrical, right? Again, when we are depressed, when we have the anxiety, when we are sad, what happens, right? We correlate food with, we program our body and our subconscious to eat certain foods when our bodies start releasing certain chemicals and certain emotions, energy and motion. For an example, when majority of the society, when they're depressed or when they're sad, right? Instead of facing those emotions or, sorting out through those thoughts or those emotions, what they do is they turn to an external environment and we start to emotionally eat. And by this, and when we emotionally eat based off depression or whatever the case may be, in a way, right, we eat things that'll make us feel good in that time, right? So we'll start eating sugar bars and candies and, ice cream and pizza, just pure junk food, right? But you got to understand that because these are not electrical foods, it literally keeps us in that same state of depression or sadness. You feel what I'm saying? So, so I would advise, of course, when you are feeling anxiety or when you are feeling depression, get up. Right? Start eating electrical foods, right? You can start cleaning up. But again, you got to go back to the gut health. Cleanse the gut because again, I know a lot of people feel like the central nervous system is the first brain. However, your gut actually have more neural pathways and more neurotransmitters inside of it than the brain. Also, your heart holds more memory than the brain. So again, so get that book. I pray I answered your question. Nature me need 33. That's a lot of E's right there. That's a lot of E. That's a lot of vowels right there. A-E-I-O-U. Nature me need 33. On my way to the grocery store to prep for a fast. Any fruits and vegetables you recommend? Well, it depends on what fast you're going on. I would advise berries. If you are on fruits, I would advise berries, melons, seeded grapes, 100% seeded grapes. You can, and also cucumbers is a part of the melon family. For those that do not know, cucumbers are a part of the melon family. So yeah, cucumbers are amazing. I just broke down the fruit compound that I created today. You can go back and look at that, but definitely berries, strawberries, blueberries, raspberries. You could do juniper berries. You can make that to a tea and add it to the juice once it's cooled down. Honeydew melons, watermelons. What else? Seeded grapes. What else? Pineapples is very good. You could do what you can mix that pineapple with. Asian pears, prickly pears. What else? Oranges, key limes. Key limes, ginger, 100% ginger. It's a lot, man. It's a lot of fruits out there. A lot of fruits. I pray I answered your question. I got your purple sea moss. Thank you. It's beautiful. Ah, that's what's popping. I'm glad you like it. All my sea moss come from St. Lucia too. So, you know, yeah, straight from the water, straight from the oceans. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Where you buy seeded grapes at dough. Shit. So I've been finding seeded grapes at my farmer's market. You know, I can't. You know, I'm out here in Georgia. So, you know. You juice raspberries or just eat them. Yeah, you could juice raspberries. You can also eat them as well. So for those that don't know, especially when it comes to the central nervous system and neural pathways, berries are very, very good for the central nervous system. So if you have any nervous system issues, if you have any hair issues, like alopecia or whatever the case may be, berries are very good. Also blue vervain, great for, you know, that's a herb, blue vervain. You could do juniper berries, hawthorn berries. Yeah, man, it's a lot. All right, let me jump back into these questions real quick, man. Let me see. Definitely looking to detox, but keep the proper amount of nutrients for this juice fast. For sure. For sure. You're gonna trust me, you're gonna be all right. Since I'm new to fasting, is it good to start with 24 hours only water or juices only? Thanks, King. So if this is your first time fasting, I would definitely start with 24 hours for sure. However, you could do water, right? This is my thing on water, right? Which is H2O. This is my thing. You want to make sure that your water that you're drinking, it is spring water, natural spring water. The reason why I say that is because natural spring water is naturally alkaline occurring, right? A lot of these alkaline, waters out here, they have additives to make it alkaline. You don't want that, right? You want natural spring water that is naturally alkaline. However, I will also inform you and enlighten you that water also have the power to dehydrate you because it is not high in biophotons. It is not high in minerals. It is not high in electrolytes and nutrients. However, it does have that. However, it does not have much more than H3O2, which is fruit juices. So what I would advise, or what I would suggest, to switch that wording up, is I would suggest fruit juice. Right. I wouldn't really unless, or you could do 50-50. I wouldn't, I'm not opposed to that either. You could do 50% water and 50% fruit juice. I pray I answered your question. Oh, that crystal geyser, you could definitely do that crystal geyser. See, with that crystal geyser, what I advise you to do, squeeze some fresh key limes inside of it, and then grab some pink Himalayan sea salt, probably like a pinch of the pink Himalayan sea salt. You know what I'm saying? Let it shake it up real good. Let it sit for a while. That's going to bring that pH up for sure. What about adding cucumber to the spring water? Does that help? Oh, 100%. Oh, well, yeah, that's another thing. You can also add different fruits inside of, your water and your spring water. That'll bring up, the pH 100%. However, just adding fruits to water versus juicing the fruit, I will also say that just juicing the fruit alone, there's nothing topping that. Water is not typing that at all. What other fruits do you use for hygiene products? What other fruits do I use? I only use key limes. I use key limes under my arms. That's it. When I say key limes is so powerful, I literally put key limes under my arms, and for at least 2-3 days, I'll be good. I'll be good for like 2-3 days. I kid you not. And it's so crazy because ever since I've been eating the way I've been eating, man, and, being more aware of what I put on my body, in my body, I have yet found any deodorant, any natural deodorant that will accommodate, my underarms. At all, 100%. Oh yeah, chlorophyll, 100%. Chlorophyll is a natural deodorizer for sure. But yeah, key limes. I put them key limes under my arms. Man, I'm good for like 3-4 days. I kid you not. And it's a good detoxification because majority of your lymph nodes are under your arms. And for those that don't know what lymph nodes are, that's a part of your lymphatic system. You know, your lymph nodes have have hundreds of bacteria inside, good bacteria inside of it that kills off the bad bacteria and metabolic waste and all of that good stuff. All right, let me jump back into these questions, y'all. Jump into these questions, man. If y'all got any questions, put the questions in the question box. Let me see. Well, my son has a swollen lymph node on the right side of his neck. The doctors want to do a FNA, which is a fine needle aspiration, but I'm against it. What herb should I give him to get rid of it? Well, first thing first, I advise you to change. So what's going on is this, right? Before I even give you any suggestion. Now, for those to the community, they know, like, when anybody asks me a question based off whatever that individual is going through, I don't like to just jump to solutions. The reason why is because I like to explain what's actually going on, because y'all already know these people in these other fields and these doctors or whatever, they're not going to explain anything to you. They're just going to tell you what you got going on, and they're going to try to give you a suppressant, not a solution, but a suppressant. Right now, so what's going on with the lymph node is that it sounds like to me that the lymph node is just is backed up with metabolic waste. There's not enough good bacteria inside of that lymph node, because again, your lymph node is a part of your lymphatic system. Inside of your lymph node, you have hundreds of bacteria and hundreds of enzymes that actually filters out that waste. So you got to look at your lymphatic system as the sewage system, right? And I believe we broke this down the last time we was in a community, right? You have to look at your lymphatic system as, you have to look at your body as a toilet, right? First and foremost, right? So for an example, if you have a toilet, right, and your toilet does not have any water in it, and you go poop inside of it and you flush it, will it flush? No, it will not. So what does that mean? That means whenever you ingest and whatever you put inside of your mouth, you want to make sure that you are hydrated, right? No matter what you put inside your body, you want to make sure you are hydrated so you can have that water content going through, circulating throughout your body, so your body will be able to flush itself out. Now, when you look at your lymphatic system, you have to look at your lymphatic system as the sewage system. Now, when you flush the toilet inside your home, the poop and the piss and all the metabolic waste start going throughout the septic, the sewage system. Now, throughout the sewage system, you have different checkpoints, right? This is how the water is being recycled inside of our shower, inside of our tap water, and etc., because it has different checkpoints. These checkpoints, and of course, they're using the chemicalized checkpoints. They're using chlorine, bleach, fluorine, fluoride, and all of these other things to filter out the waste and metabolic waste within the sewage system. However, you have to look at your lymphatic system as such. Now, within your lymphatic system, you have checkpoints. These are your lymph nodes. Inside of your lymph nodes, you have hundreds of bacteria that filters out the waste, the metabolic waste. So now all the fluid circulation with inside of your lymphatic system can go back into the blood system, and it's purified and it's clean, whatever the case may be. However, what's going on with your son is that not probably, but there's a lymph node that does not have enough bacteria to cleanse out that metabolic waste that is holding up that lymph node. So what I would advise you to do is 100% change his diet, or at least be on a specific protocol for at least about 14, 21 days. Well, I would suggest 21 days. Fruit juice. I would definitely advise melons, right? Cucumbers, honeydew melons, watermelons. And what I would also advise, when you juice these melons, I would advise you to do a mono fast for him, right? And depending on how old, your son is, I would advise him to do a mono fast. What a mono fast is that when you juice these melons, right, do not mix them. If you're going to juice the watermelons, let them and separate them from the cucumbers, separate them from what else? The honeydew melons. And what I will also advise you to get is do some seeded grapes. Seeded grapes is a very astringent, right? Now, when it comes to herbs, I would advise you on my website, thebloodthatheals.com, right? I would advise you to get the Super Mover 1 and 2. Now, before you even get that though, I would advise you to email me because, excuse me. I would advise you to email me, because I do not know. I need to know how old. I need to know how young your son is, because if he's like really young, then I wouldn't advise him doing the capsules, because of course it'll be a little too strong. But what I would probably do, what I would probably do is probably do like a little tincture for him, or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? To cleanse out the lymph nodes. And then, of course, when you juice the melons, add some key limes. You can also add a little ginger. When you juice the seeded grapes, I would also advise you to add ginger inside of it as well. When your sun rises right, I would advise you to get some, heat up some spring water and squeeze some key limes in it and have him drink that warm key lime water, right? So that can cleanse him out as well. But yeah, when it comes to my herbs, the Super Mover 1 and 2, the kidney filtration tea, 100%, they cleanse them lymph nodes. So I pray I answers your question. Let me see what y'all talking about up in here real quick. All right, for sure. Let me get back to these questions, y'all. Let me see. Drop some numbers in real quick, man. You know what I'm saying? Drop some numbers in here real quick, man. Let me make sure everybody understanding what I'm talking about. So with that case, right? Let me drop some numbers in so I can see and make sure that y'all understand what I was speaking about, specifically that case. All right, for sure. It's tea nasty as hell. But that bitch gonna get me right, you feel me? That mother gonna get me right. Right. I got some mushroom powder in my tea too, y'all. Ooh, y'all know the mushrooms good for the brain, good for stroke, focus, strength. You know what I'm saying? I got the lion's mane mushrooms. I got the cordyceps mushroom, and I got what I think is the reishi or the Reiki mushroom. You know what I'm saying? It look now, but you feel it look potent, don't it? Ooh, that bit look fire. Hey man, all right, Bill. Let me jump into these questions, man. I see it's a lot of questions. Hopefully a nigga ain't got to get off in an hour. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? But because we can be on here all day. Hey, look, if anybody want to join me, on the live, please feel free to request a video. Please feel free to request a video if y'all want to join me. Everybody just asking questions. That's bull. You feel what I'm saying? All right, let me see. I answered that. Yeah, so who is this? Bay Boutique? I pray I answered your question. Let me see. Let me see. Would you consider marijuana beneficial or detrimental when cleansing body of toxins? Damn, hold on. My bad. Let me see who asked that question. Would you consider marijuana beneficial or detrimental when cleansing the body of toxins? So this is the thing, right? When you're cleansing the body, I wouldn't advise necessarily being on any kind of, marijuana at all. However, marijuana can definitely be beneficial. However, I would not advise smoking it. But of course, hey, do your thug thizzle, my nizzle. You feel me? However, the best way that I would suggest, intaking THC is probably edibles. You could do edibles. You could do tea. You could do tinctures, things like that. However, you got to understand that once you put a fire to weed, once you put a fire to the actual flower, you change the actual DNA and RNA molecular structure of it, and it actually becomes toxic. Again, y'all know me, I'm not an extremist. All right. So do your thug thizzle, do your thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm just here to educate. You feel me? I can explain it for you, but I can't understand it for you. I'm just here to educate. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even, matter of fact, I'm not here to educate. No, I'm not. I'm here to enlighten. I'm here to make aware. You feel what I'm saying? So, so yeah, you can make edibles, you know, tinctures, teas. I would advise doing a tea, you know what I'm saying? Or a tincture, you know. That's the best thing that, you know, I would advise you to do. But again, even then, I would also suggest, you know, hey, do what you're going to do, but get into, or at least aspire to get in a position to be able to grow your own. Okay. So yeah, so whenever you can grow your own, you good to go. Grow your own, you know what I'm saying? But in the meantime, between time, do your thing. However, when you do put a fire to the herb, you know, it becomes acidic, it becomes toxic. All right, boom. Let me see what other questions y'all got going on up here, man. Y'all asking some questions tonight. I'm gonna try to get to y'all. Hopefully, we ain't got to get off in an hour. When preparing the body, how many days should the average, for lack of better words, person detox? When preparing the body, how many days should the average person detox? When preparing the body, are you saying preparing the body before the detox? Or are you asking, who is this, Kayan? I'm going to just say K, because I can't, forgive me. Oh, K and Samoa. I don't know, forgive me. But look, K, I'm not really sure if what you asking. Are you asking when preparing the body, how many days you prepare before the body, before the detox or after the detox? Preparing, for a new diet. Okay, I see you. For a new diet. Yeah, so for a new diet, I would advise at least 21 days. You know what I'm saying? Either 14 to 21 days, right? A straight cleanse, a lymphatic cleanse, a gut cleanse, intestinal cleanse, kidney cleanse, liver cleanse, a glymphatic cleanse. You feel what I'm saying? Because again, all of these, the things that I just named have blood capillaries inside of it. And so when you start changing your diet and preparing for a new diet, you want to be able to estringe all of those vital nutrients and biophotons out of your new diet. You don't want things to just be sitting there and you eating it and you not getting the intentional the intent behind changing your diet. So I would say at least 14 to 21 days, cleanse the gut, cleanse the lymphatic system, cleanse the kidneys, and you should be good. You should be good to go. Fruit juice now. You know what I'm saying? Fruit juice, herbal teas, all that. I would definitely advise doing that. I pray I answered your question. Let me see what they say. Let me see. I'm dieting right now, not eating meat, and I can't understand why my stomach hurts when I get the feeling of being hungry and it start making noises and grumbling. Y'all know that embarrassing sound when you're hungry. How do I curb this hunger type pain, or is it my body adjusting to change? All right, so what is going on is that when your stomach is hurting, right, and your stomach is making those noises, that's nothing but either fermentation or rotting, right? And so with you not eating meat, right, you're not eating meat and you're dieting right now, that basically, based off how you worded this, and if I am wrong, please forgive me, but based off how you worded this, I am taking an educated guess that you just started, you used to eat meat, or, you eat meat, but right now you're not. And so what's going on is that the meat that has been sitting inside of your intestines, the metabolic waste that has been sitting inside of your intestines is either fermenting and or putrefying, right? Basically mean that it's rotting and it's pretty much being digested out, right? Or at least processed out. What I would advise you to do if your stomach is hurting and you know what I'm saying, especially getting that feeling of being hungry, and also taking an educated guess with my innate and my innate ability to, to decipher, the signs and symbols for the subconscious mind. I'm also just taking an educated guess that with you saying that you're hungry, that means you're also saying that you get cravings, right? And you got to understand that these cravings is nothing but parasites, right? And so with you getting these hunger pains and, these cravings, it's nothing but parasites. It's not you craving it. It's not you that's actually hungry. It's the entities that are attached to you by way of your gut. So I would advise you to, I know you say you dieting. I also would, advise, I don't know if you just going cold turkey or not. But I would definitely try to get on a parasite cleanse. You know what I'm saying? For sure. I got a parasite cleanse on my website. You can get the probiotic tea and the parasite elimination tincture. That's a very great parasite elimination tincture. Eliminator. You can also get on some papaya seeds. Make sure they're ripe. Make sure the papaya is ripe, and then you can blend the papaya seeds up in a blender with a smoothie. That's a natural parasite cleanse. When it comes to however, you got to understand, and this is something that I posted in my 7-day fruit juice fast. A queen was asking me a question, and I was just explaining that you got to understand that when you put these things inside of your body, right? These complex proteins, these chemicals, and all of these things that we know we're not supposed to be eating. In a way, we're punishing the body because now the body has to work because now the body has to work extra hard to now it has to go through so many metabolic processes breakdown to eliminate different things, to eliminate metabolic waste. The liver has to work extra hard to eliminate toxins and all of these other things, right? And so once you decide and intentionally get on not a parasite cleanse, but a specific diet, and you want to digest, a detox and etc. What happens is that now your body in a way is returning the favor. Your body now is punishing you, right? So putting these toxins inside of your body, you're punishing the body. And now when it's actually time for you to cleanse, the body start punishing you, which is where the hunger pains come in, which is where the headaches, the mood swings comes in, right? Which is where the fatigue comes in, because all of these, these poisons and all this BS we've been put inside of our temple. I always say, how we expect to enter the kingdom or the temple of God when we can't even take care of the temple that God gave us. So, you got to take care of that temple, man. I pray I answered your question. I pray I answered your question. Let me see what other questions we got, man. Y'all keep asking them questions, man. What's popping? So I've been, let me jump to this question in this comment real quick. Boom, look, cut out meat, dairy, and plus added a daily probiotic. There we go. All right, so let me see how long. Here goes some in the comments. So I've been meat free for about 3 years now, but I feel stuck in this rut of constantly doing the Beyond Meats and frozen plant-based foods. Any tips on how to get past this? Yeah, they keep it gangster with you. I'm gonna keep it gangster with you. You feel what I'm saying? Y'all know we tribe. Do not take offense to this. But what I would advise you to do is stop being lazy and start figuring out how to make your own shit. Because the Beyond Meats and the Impossibles and all of that, I don't advise any of that, because that's the same or even better or worse than, eating just regular meat. You feel what I'm saying? Because a lot of these things are high in carcinogens. There we go. They're high in carcinogens, high in soy. You feel what I'm saying? And all of these things offset the glandular highway, your pituitary gland, your pineal gland. And you don't want that inside of your body. And that even goes for those that are wanting to transition into vegan. You feel what I'm saying? I always say that just because you're vegan don't mean you're healthy. I know people that's not vegan that are healthier than vegans. So please get away from the Beyond Meats and also the frozen foods, man. You wanna start. Look, I got a whole YouTube channel called Cooking with a Blood. You know, a whole lot of I got a few alkaline meals. I got a lot of vegan meals. I got a homemade burger. I think it was a quinoa kale burger on there. Fire. You know what I'm saying? Fire. So so yeah, go ahead and start looking up some meals, man. Start looking up some stuff. What you mean by make your own? Make your own food. You know, you can make your own burger. You can make anything. You can get some oyster mushrooms and some lion's mane mushrooms, and you can literally make shrimp, chicken. You feel me? Steak. You can make all kind of stuff. So yeah, check out who. Oh yeah, Meeting. I prefer and appreciate the honesty. Oh yeah, for sure. I appreciate you for being receptive and open, Meeting Love. I appreciate that. Yeah, check out my cooking page. I got on Cooking with a Blood on YouTube. I got a cookbook, and then YouTube. You know, YouTube. Oh, TikTok be having all kind of recipes too. You know what I'm saying? So I advise those 3 things, man. If you're trying to figure out how to do something with the food and all of that, man, go crazy. Please, but definitely stay away from the beyonds and the impossibles. You feel me? Because it is beyond who is impossible to be healthy eating that. You know what I'm saying? So you can even take the lion's mane mushroom and make a whole hot dog. You know what I'm saying? You can get that with some what is the Vital Wheat gluten, flour. And go brazy. You could do matter of fact, not even a Vital Wheat gluten flour. You could do the chickpea flour instead. Boom. That's alkaline. Boy, stop playing, man. Y'all better stop playing. Boy, who? Listen. Y'all better stop playing with me, boy. Who? We have a live Cooking with a Blood right now. I was overweight and 240 pounds and lost 100 pounds after I switched to plant-based and non-processed food. Oh, wee. Baddie. That's a baddie. Okay. Congratulations, Queen. That's what's up right there. Lost 100 pounds after switching to plant-based and non-processed foods. That is beautiful. Congratulations, Queen. I'm proud of you. I'm proud and I am truly happy for you. I love that. Wow, that's amazing. That's amazing. Let me see what else y'all talking about in these contents real quick. All right, bet. Let me jump into these questions, man. Man, I hope a nigga ain't gotta go nowhere. You feel me? I know we got a few more minutes. You feel me? And again, if y'all hear my voice kind of raspy, y'all know I've been in the studio. You know what I'm saying? Of course, Queen, you welcome. Congratulations again on that, man. That's beautiful. That's a great achievement. Keep going. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Lost 100 pounds. Shit. But do you do Cooking with a Blood live? Nah, I don't. Yeah, man, it's nothing but high vibrations, man. It's the community, y'all. It's the tribe, man. You know, this is a safe place. This is a safe space to, communicate, conversate, build, all that. You feel me? Yeah, man. That's why we call it a community gathering, because the community coming together and, yeah, we doing our thing. I lost a lot of weight, too. I was 221. Now I'm 163. God, what? Congrats. Who is that? Yours truly, Miss Erica. Okay. 221 now, she down to 163. Damn, Zaddy. All right, then, baby. Come on with the baddies, man. Come here, mommy. That's what I'm talking about. Let me see. Peace, God. I inbox you about the best products to aid with my painful fall. Hey, look, I would advise you to email me. If anybody got any questions about any orders, any herbs, or whatever the case may be, if I don't get to your question on a live, please email me, because you know what I'm saying? Because my DMs, yeah, we'll never get there. You're such a natural flirt. It's the Libra in you. I love it. Hey, wait, what's wrong with the Libras? I love the community gatherings. Hey, man, the community gatherings love you. All right, let me jump to these questions real quick, man. Okay, hey, hold up now. It's been an hour. Oh, well, bet we good to go then. All right, we good to go for sure, for sure. We locked in. Nah, I love Libras, for sure. All right, then, for sure. How everybody feeling, man? What's up, man? We on here, man. We in the community gatherings, you know what I'm saying? You know, I love the community, y'all. You know, I do want to say this real quick. I truly appreciate each and every last one of y'all for being a part of the community. Because like I always say, without the community, there is no community. So, hey, man, you know, we back, man. We all punishment. You feel me? I'm finally able to get my nose off the wall. You feel me? We outside. You know what I'm saying? We outside, man. I thought you was a Scorpio. I mean, shit, you know, I got a little, you know what I'm saying? Oops, you feel me? I'm feeling supported, LOL, to be honest. It's an open space. It's an open space, baby, yeah. Cancer and a double Libra. Send prayers. I'm feeling good, sipping some wine. Okay, feeling amazing. Nice to be back. You're such an encouraging soul. Hey, I'm just truly thankful and grateful that I'm even in the position to be able to motivate, to inspire, and to serve. Excuse me, because the highest act that I can do is to serve. So, you know, inspiring and motivating, that is me being a servant. You know what I'm saying? I'm serving. And man, look, I'm just thankful and grateful to be able to be even in a position to be able to do so. I give honor and thanks to the powers that be. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Let me see. Remember that tone that you love the community. Of course I love the community. Come on. Who that is? Tay? Man, Tay, man. Don't get on my bumper, man. You know I love the community, man. All right, bet. Let's jump into these questions, man. Let's jump into these questions. A lot of questions. You know what I'm saying? We no longer on restrictions. So y'all already know. I hope y'all got y'all oodles and noodles. Hope y'all got y'all juice and y'all tea. Hope y'all got y'all feet kicked up because y'all already know what's finna go down. We ain't getting off till about we got an hour and a half. We got another hour and a half. We finna go crazy. And so the next community gathering we gonna do the power of the 3, 6, and the 9. I can't wait to do that. As a matter of fact, what I'm gonna do is before we even jump into the power of the 3, 6, and the 9 for the next community gathering, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show y'all this powerful book, right? It's a powerful workbook. It's a powerful book. You know what I'm saying? It's about the power of the 3, 6, and the 9 and how to, you know, I'm gonna explain it because if I start explaining it now, I'm going to just go ahead and go crazy, but I'm not going to do that. I would advise y'all to get this book right here, Project 369. It's a workbook. Hey, man, listen. Hey, man, listen to me. This book right here, something serious. Something serious. You know what I'm saying? Power to 3, 6, and the 9, man. When you understand, overstand, and understand the power of the 3, 6, and the 9, you have the keys to the universe. You feel me? Oh, y'all like my feathers? It's a red turkey feather. Bought it for my entire family. Oh, this Asada. What's up, Asada? What's popping, Queen? Hey, what up, Queen? Bought it for my entire family for Christmas. That's what's up. Yeah, y'all get the book, man. Look, you feel me? Y'all get the book. Y'all get the book. So the next community gathering probably won't be, matter of fact, I don't know. I'm going to probably do the 369 because I want y'all to get the book and I want y'all to start, you know, working in it. You feel what I'm saying? Before we, you know what I'm saying? Because so we can, and then we can just, and just, you feel me? So get the book so we can You feel what I'm saying? And we could just go brazy. You know what I'm saying? So, boom. Yeah, y'all get that book, man. Powerful. All right, let me jump into these questions, man. Let me stop playing, man. Let me stop playing. Let me see. How do you advise using tincture drops? All right, so boom. So this goes back to what I was explaining earlier about, you know, within your mouth, you have these saliva glands, and your saliva glands are connected to blood capillaries. Now, specifically speaking, your blood capillaries are located under your tongue. So whatever you put under your tongue is literally all the minerals, the enzymes, the biophotons is extracted for whatever you just put under your tongue, and it enters directly to the bloodstream. So when it comes to tinctures or any drops, I would advise, or any herbal drops, I would advise putting them under your tongue, because that is where your majority of your blood capillaries is, located within, you know, within your mouth. Tap into the video real quick. Let me see. Oh, Tyra, you want to jump in? Come on, Queen. Come on to the front of the class. What's poppin'? Yeah.
Yo, peace, baby.
What's poppin', Queen?
Yo, so I have a question. I was trying to put my question in the question box, but for some reason, sorry y'all, it's a little dark. Some reason it would not allow my question to go in there. So, beginning of the month, you can hear me fine, right?
Yeah, we can.
Okay. So in the beginning of February, I went into the hospital for a kidney infection. I was like 4 days, and they had me on antibiotics the entire 4 days. So 3 days before that, sorry. Hey, y'all. I see somebody speaking to me. 3 days before that, I had my lady cycle. I went to the hospital. I was kind of still on my cycle, but it was like going off. And I'm saying that because now it's time for my lady cycle again, and it didn't come on at all. Now, I haven't had sex in 4 to 6 months, so I know I'm not pregnant, but I was fine until I went to the hospital for this kidney infection. And the doctor, he was basically telling me like it was like a rare strain of E. coli. It was something that they don't see often. Like they were trying to figure it out for at least 2 days, 3 days before they ended up knowing what's going on. But now it's supposed to be my cycle, and I'm 3 days late, and I'm trying to figure out like, what the fuck did you do to me? Like what y'all gave me? Like why all of a sudden?
They just gave you antibiotics. They didn't give you any steroids or anything like that.
Not that I know of, but it was strong antibiotics because they gave them all to me through IV. So they were literally pumping me with these antibiotics. And when I wasn't on antibiotics, they were giving me like saline and like pain pills for pain, things like that. But
so okay, so and all right, and so that's all they gave you as far as medication was antibiotics.
Supposedly.
Okay, so this is probably what happened. So first and foremost, I'm opposed to antibiotics, and the reason why is because, you know, when you break down antibiotics, anti means to go against, bio means life, right? Now, although antibiotics can of course kill bad bacteria, however, you know, these entities, these antibiotics also kills off the good bacteria.
Right.
Now, what probably happened was because these antibiotics are probably so strong, it probably knocked off your glandular highway, and it probably knocked off your neural pathways by way of your pituitary gland and how it communicates to, you know, your reproductive organs. And the reason why I bring up the pituitary gland is because your pituitary gland is the master gland. It is the exact gland that secretes chemicals and different proteins and different steroids that communicates to, you know, throughout the entire body, specifically the glandular highway down to your reproductive system, to tell your body, okay, it is time for that. So that's, you know, that's probably what happened. What I would advise you to do. How long ago was this?
That was like 3 weeks ago, I want to say. I was there from like the 31st of January to like the wait. I was there I left on the 3rd. I left on the 3rd. So it was like probably the 31st, like the 31st of January to like the 3rd of February.
Yeah.
Body was so sore. My body was sore for like 2 weeks after that. Like in the hospital, I was okay, but all my muscles like shut down.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, also, because those antibiotics can also be neurotoxins. So it can also, because your glandular highway got thrown off and your pituitary gland is located in your hypothalamus gland, it probably also threw off your central nervous system, which pretty much, yeah. So what I would advise you to do is, you have to you just got to cleanse. You know what I'm saying? You got to cleanse 100%. I'm big on fruit juice. You know what I'm saying? I'm big on fruits. What I will also advise you to do is, you don't have to juice them, but get on a high berry diet, right? Juniper. So the herbs is juniper berries, hawthorn berries. You can do chaste tree berries. So it's CHASTE tree berries. Those are very good. And of course, the blackberries, blueberries, raspberries, strawberries, and these are great central nervous system regenerative, and also melons as well. That's going to cleanse out the glandular highway. Definitely you need to do a lymphatic cleanse, probiotic tea. You definitely need probiotics, which is nothing but biofilm bacteria. If you want, you can go on my website. You can get the probiotic tea. The probiotic tea is high in biofilm bacteria. It helps cleanse out the parasites and different fungus, because also antibiotics, of course, creates fungus inside the body. And this also, results into parasites. So yeah, probiotic tea, lymphatic cleanse. I would say just give it some time as you're cleansing. Just give it a few weeks, and your body, like I always say, the body was created to heal itself. So eventually, after a few weeks, your body will reset itself, get back in homeostasis, get back in balance, and you'll be good to go. But don't ever take antibiotics again.
Right. And listen, I don't even go to the hospital. This happened to me before, like 7 years ago, but it was like my kidney. This time it was my left kidney,
Yeah.
but it's been years. And the last time it was worse because I almost went into septic shock. They told me if I didn't that night, I probably would have been in a seizure state, or like I probably would have been shut down that next morning.
Yeah.
But this wasn't nearly as bad, but I felt 10 times worse
Yeah.
after. Me, so I'm just like, what the fuck? Now my period not coming on. Like, what y'all? I'm already a black woman in America. You feel me? Nah.
Yeah.
That's what.
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I would also say, get on a kidney cleanse. If you having kidney issues, definitely get on some kidney builders. Some what is it? The adrenals. Adrenal builder as well. Adrenal cleanse. Your adrenals are actually in charge of the actual kidney. So your adrenals are pyramid structures that sits on top of your kidneys.
Right.
So I would definitely advise definitely getting on adrenals. If you won't, you can email me. We can create like a package for you, or like I said, you can go on my website, get the general products, Super Mover 1 and 2, probiotic tea, kidney filtration tea. If you want as well, you can go. I don't know where you are, but you can go to like your local herbal store, and I would advise you get some milk thistle. You can get some blue vervain. You can get some burdock root, Mexican sauce. It's a few things that you can get.
I am gonna email you because I would rather the whole package, because I'm trying to complete cleanse anyway, and that pushed me over the edge. Like, no, I can't do this because I don't want to get sick. I don't want to be in the hospital. You feel me? I just want to cleanse.
Yeah.
I'm fucking with it. I appreciate that.
Yeah, for sure. Just email me, Queen, so we can get you right.
Thank you.
Right.
You helped me. I'm fucking with it.
Come on, man. For sure. Hey, listen, before you go, I appreciate you for being a part of the community, because like I always say, without the community, there is no community. I appreciate you.
Always and forever, everyone.
All right, let's see. See what else we got going on, y'all. See what other questions we got, man. That's a lot of questions, man. Is doing a fruit cleanse okay for someone who is slightly pre-diabetic? Oh, 100%. So this is the thing, right? So before I even jump into that and answering your question, you have to understand what diabetes is, right? And how do you gain diabetes, right? Now, when you accumulate this thing called diabetes, this dis-ease, that the body is out of ease with diabetes, you have a pancreas issue, right? Now, with this side of your pancreas, right, you have this thing called the islets of Langerhans, right? And in these islands of Langerhans, you have three cells that the pancreas produce, which is the alpha, beta, and the delta cells, right? Now, depending on the specific cells, these cells secrete glucagon, which is sugar, and it also secretes insulin, right? And of course, the data cell, the delta cell releases a growth hormone. Now, push the delta cell to the side. We want to focus on the alpha cell and the beta cell, right? Now, what happens is that when you eat something, right? For an example, let's say you eat a candy bar, right? What happens is that because this candy bar is high in sugar, what happens is that your pancreas, right? It then activates the beta cell that releases insulin, right? Yes, your body, your body. Yes, your body actually creates its own insulin, natural insulin. So what happens is that the pancreas secretes insulin, right, to balance out that high sugar intake. Now, what happens is that because your body was created to heal itself and it has to stay in homeostasis state, what happens is that when that insulin and that salt level rises, your pancreas then releases glucagon, right? Which is a salt compound. I mean, a sugar compound. Now, because we are on this high sugar intake, which is like the white breads, the white rice, all of these things that break down into polysaccharides and all of these other things, what happens is that now the pancreas is now playing seesaw. And what happens is that over time, the pancreas becomes weaker and weaker and weaker, and now it no longer secretes sugar. I mean, not sugar, but it no longer secretes insulin. And the only reason why it even secretes insulin on a consistent basis is because of the high sugar content that we intake. Everything breaks down into fructose or glucose, which is nothing but sugar, right? And this breaks down into ATP, adenosine triphosphate. Now, what happens is that because we intake this high sugar, what happens is that when your pancreas secretes this salt compound, it needs this salt compound to carry out that complex sugar molecule to penetrate the blood cell. And this is what breaks down into glucose, fructose, and ATP, adenosine triphosphate. So this is how you get diabetes, right? Because when you're intaking that high sugar content, the pancreas pretty much shut down by continually playing seesaw, and now it's no longer secreting the insulin. So now your insulin, insulin depressant. You know what I mean? So what happens is that now when you're intaking fruit juices or when you're intaking simple sugar, you got to understand that with us being neuromelanin and melanin and eumelanin, right? We have eumelanin, right? What happens is that we got to understand our molecular structure, right? We are single cell organism, right? We are simple cell organisms, meaning that our body breaks things down the simplest way, literally breaks down into fructose or glucose. And whatever you put inside of your body is going to break down the simplest things first, right? And the most simple thing that we can eat and put inside of our body is fruit juice. Now, I know a lot of people that have diabetes, they'll say, well, when I eat this fruit or when I drink this fruit, right, it raises my blood sugar or because it's high in sugar. You have to understand something. Yes, if you have diabetes, excuse me, if you have diabetes, yes, your blood sugar will go up. However, your body, the pancreas is going to level itself out. The reason being is because you got to understand what I said earlier, right? I've been in that studio, so forgive me, y'all. You got to understand what I said earlier. When you're intaking complex salt, the pancreas secretes insulin, a salt compound, to carry that complex salt to penetrate the blood cell. Now, when you're intaking simple sugar, not table sugar, not white sugar, not brown sugar, not processed sugar, but when you're eating an apple and that apple sugar content goes inside your intestines and your bloodstream, and it goes through different and it goes through different systems and different intestines, specifically the pancreas. I mean, not the pancreas, but when it goes inside the blood system, because it is a simple sugar, it bypasses the pancreas. So now the pancreas does not need to secrete insulin, right? It bypasses the pancreas and it penetrates the blood cells. It penetrates the blood cell by itself. This is called cellular infusion, like I was speaking about earlier. It's called cellular infusion. So yes, if you intake fruit juice or you intake fruit, it will raise your blood sugar, but because we are simple cell organisms, your body is going to level itself out. I've literally got rid of diabetes simply off of watermelon juice, watermelon juice, honeydew melons, literally just those two. My first case of diabetes, I didn't even give this individual any herbs because this was like 2.5 years ago, about 3.5 years ago. I was still, going to school and, learning things, educating and making myself aware of which herbs to use. I'm researching and learning about the biochemistry of the body and etc. So my first case of diabetes, I had this individual on nothing but seeded watermelons, by the way, emphasis on the seeded. I had this individual on nothing but watermelon juice and literally diabetes completely cleansed out. You feel me? So, you know what I'm saying? Well, I ain't gonna say I healed them. I didn't heal them. What I did was I cleansed the body so the body could heal itself. I'm gonna say that. So I pray I answered your question. Let me see what other questions we got, man. Let's see. What can I eat to replace white rice? I want it to taste like rice, though. LOL. The best thing that I can tell you to do to replace white rice is you can get some real wild rice or quinoa. Wild rice and quinoa is a very great rice replacement. I would suggest not black rice, but wild rice or quinoa. Sorry to interrupt discussion, but I tried my first fast ever. Did it for 5 days, all fruit only. But afterwards, once I started eating other foods again, I was experiencing digestive issues. So this is another thing that I always make my community, or make the community aware, not my community, but make the community aware, especially in my, my fruit juice fast, my 7-day fruit juice fast. After you fast, right, especially on fruits, again, fruits are simple, right? They're easy to digest. It's easy for the body to break down and digest. It doesn't take much work for the digestive system, for the intestines, for the stomach, or anything inside the body to break down these simple foods. I always say that once you get off of this fast, right? Once you get off of this fast, what I would advise you to do is if you end up eating anything cooked food, be light, right? Eat light, right? Make sure you chew thoroughly, because when you're digesting these simple fruits because your digestive system does not have to work extra hard, you're basically giving your digestive system a break. And then once you get off of the fast or the diet, and you start putting these heavy foods back inside your digestive system, it's going to put a strain on them, because you just gave them a break, right? It's similar to like going to the gym, right? It's similar to like going to the gym, right? If you ain't never been to the gym in a long time, right, and you go to the gym, you know what I mean? What happens, right? Your muscles get sore. You feel what I'm saying? So in a way, it's similar to that, right? Because after you've rested your muscles, you go back to the gym, your muscles get sore. So it's similar to that. You know what I mean? So if you're on a fast, if you're eating fruits or you're doing a fruit juice, whatever the case may be, I would advise after you fast, after you get done with your diet, I would say, eat a bigger bowl of fruit, right? Or eat a salad, eat something that's light, and or if you eating anything cooked, eat small and make sure you chew thoroughly. You know what I mean? So, you gotta take your time. I pray I answered your question. I pray I answered your question. I have a bunch of dry cilantro. What would you suggest I use it for? Tea? How should I use it? Yeah, so if you got some dry cilantro, you could definitely use it as tea, or you can break it down into a powder, put it in some capsules with some activated charcoal, and you can use that as a heavy metal detox. Cilantro is a very great herb for a heavy metal detox. So you can just do that. You can make the tea, or you could break it down into a powder, put it in capsules, and if you want to make it a even astringent heavy metal detox, you can add some activated black charcoal inside of it with the capsules, and yeah, you got yourself a heavy metal detox. Easy. You feel me? Easy as that. I pray I answered your question. Let me see what other questions we got going on. We're gonna get up out of here soon, y'all. What you drinking? Did they ask already? Nah, they didn't ask what I mean, I don't know. They probably did, but what am I drinking? I'm drinking alfalfa leaf. I'm drinking horsetail. I'm drinking burdock root, cloves, rosemary, Mexican sarsaparilla, cascara sagrada. Did I say cloves? If I didn't say cloves, cloves. What else I got in here? I got maca root. I got slippery elm bark. Uh, um, what else? I got neem. I got senna. I got lion's mane mushroom. The Riki mushroom, cordyceps mushroom. I got shilajit inside of it, and I got some yohimbe bark. Some yohimbe bark inside of it. That's why my tea looks so. You see all of that? Oh, wait. I drink this every day. I drink it twice a day, by the way. You know what I'm saying? I do here and there. I do switch the herbs, though. You know what I'm saying? I do switch the herbs here and there. I do switch the herbs because, of course, you don't want your body to, you don't want the muscle memory. You know what I'm saying? Your cells are so smart. They'll end up remembering the things that you put inside your body. And now, the herbs are not as effective as, they could actually be. So I switch the herbs up a lot. But however, in this tea, that's what I got up in here. For sure, for sure. Let me see what other questions we got real quick. Oh, we got a guy. We got Ant want to tap in real quick. Let me see what Ant got going on. What's popping, God? You raised your hand. Come on to the front of the class.
Yo. You can hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, bro.
What's going on?
Peace,
bro?
God. How you feeling?
Peace. I'm feeling all right.
For sure.
Got a question. I've been dealing with sickle cell anemia probably since about birth.
Yeah.
Obviously, I've done the whole thing about going to this doctor, that doctor, looking for this cure. Obviously, there's no cure on Google. And then started my journey maybe, I'd say about last year in June 2022. And I'm just now finding out about like herbal healing and things like that. I came across Dr. CB's alkaline diet, so I'm just trying to see if maybe you have some information that you can give me.
Yeah.
Towards.
Yeah, 100%, bro. It's a lot of healing modalities when it comes to sickle cell. What I would advise you to do, what you can do is, bro, you can email me, because we have to really dive deep on that. You know what I'm saying? Because we have to really dive deep. You know my email?
Nah, is it in your bio?
Yeah, it's in my bio. It's thebloodthatheals@gmail.com. Sickle cell, I know sickle cell can be very like life draining. You know what I'm saying? I already know you gotta clear. Yeah, it's a lot of cleanses we have to do. You know, yeah, email me, bro, cause yeah, just email me, bro.
Okay,
Yeah, email me.
I need to come with any money or anything.
Just email me. I got you. Just email me.
Okay.
Yeah, I got you. Just email me.
Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you a lot, bro.
For sure. Make sure you email. Don't forget to email me, bro.
No, I will.
All right, guy. I
Don't forget
appreciate
about me either, bro.
you. All right.
All right, peace, man.
Peace. Yeah, so the guy got sickle cell, man. You know, it's a lot of things, it's a lot of protocols that's gonna come with sickle cell. So we're gonna go ahead and get him right. It's a lot of information when it comes to sickle cell because yeah, we gonna get there. Just email me, guy. Make sure you email me, man. All right, let me see what other questions we got. So my coworker shared a story with me regarding birth control and not having her cycle. I explained to her it's unhealthy, but she stated she detoxes often to remove toxins. What advice can you share with me to assist her? The best advice that I can tell you to help her is to get off the birth control. You know what I'm saying? You know, I feel you that, you know, that she said that she cleansed, you know, to get the toxins out, but you know, it's kind of productive to say that you're getting toxins out of your body while still putting toxins inside of your body. So I would most definitely advise you know, her getting off the birth control because, you know, you got to understand that it's the reason why birth control even stops, you know, your cycle. And then what happens is that when your cycle is stopped, you have to understand why do women have cycles, right? One of the main reasons why women have cycles is so the body can cleanse itself, right? This is a cleansing period of the woman's body. You feel me? So if the body is not, so if the body is not, if the woman's body is not cleansing properly, that means she's having an accumulation of estrogen, progesterone, and all of these other mutating cells that are supposed to be eliminated. There's also a process where the actual ovaries produces a natural, well, I'm not gonna say, well, yeah, it's a natural cyst in a way, but what happens is that the mutating cell that the woman's body actually normally create. I forget the name of it. I left it in there. I forget the name of the process. But basically, if the woman does not get pregnant, then you know what I'm saying. It you know, it cleanses itself out. However, you know, when a woman is not, you know, on her daily cycle, I mean, on her monthly cycle, especially if she's not eating clean, you know what I'm saying, and doing the things that, you know, she need to be doing, you know, it's a lot of things that need to be cleansed out. You know what I mean? So yeah, I would advise her to, you know, definitely get off of the unnatural birth control, you know, so her cycles can get back regulated. 9 times out of 10, when she get off the birth control, you know, her cycle is going to take a while for her cycle to come on. But once it comes on, it's probably going to be on for a while. It's probably going to be very heavy. Her blood is probably going to be very thick. And of course, this is, you know, again, this is the reason why the reason why is because it's, you know, it's a lot of backed up, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot that's backed up inside of her. Now, what I will suggest is that, you know, if she wants to be on some kind of birth control, she can make neem oil, right? You know, she can make neem oil before she indulges into any sexual acts or any sexual intercourse. She can lubricate the inside of her vagina with neem oil. Neem oil have different astringent properties inside of it that actually kills sperm cells on site. She can also take neem capsules. She can get some neem, you know, break it down into powders and break that, you know, consume that. That's a natural birth control, you know, so yeah. But you know, even when it comes to cycles, you know what I'm saying? Cycles are not supposed to be heavy. Cycles are not, the blood of a cycle isn't even supposed to be thick, right? They're supposed to be pretty thin. The blood is not supposed to be dark. The blood is supposed to be light. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Yeah. Playing Neem. Yeah, you funny. Hey, on the but Neem or but shit, but hey, Neem actually have the power to you know, I ain't even gonna say that. I ain't even gonna say that. All right, let me jump back into these questions real quick, man. Hold on, we got somebody that want to join. Who this is? We got Stunner. We got Miss Jessica. You raise your hand. Come on to the front of the class. What's poppin'?
Hey, what's up?
Peace, Queen. How you
Surprise.
doing?
I am well. I'm headed to the gym late as
Uh,
fuck.
for sure.
I love
Hey, it's better
it.
late than never, though, right?
Yes. All right. So, what's up? I am glad to be on here, but I had a quick question that I've contemplated on for a while. So, my little sister actually has type 1 diabetes. So, I don't know what your feedback or insight is on it. I know I've done my research, but there's very little research on how it came about in the first place. And I know you can't use the same healing methods for type 2. And I know I have to tread lightly with her. But yeah, so I guess I just wanted to see what your insight was on type 1 because I really want to get her help, but I don't want to send her down the wrong path.
What does your research say?
So my research, of course, everything says it cannot be cured. For the most part, on the holistic end, the research I've done, it basically says everything is geared around type 2. Like everything, like, well, type 1 for the most part, I'm sure you're aware, like she showed symptoms honestly since a baby. So since she was like 4, she was always hot, she was sweating in her sleep, and my mom was just like, this girl is always sick, she catches every cold. And she was diagnosed, I believe, at 10. So and they say it's triggered normally in kids, like it kind of sits in their system and then it kind of shows itself around the teen years. So yeah, that's kind of how she got diagnosed with it, and she still has to, get her insulin. Those things are the same as far as her care. But yeah, in the holistic world, is not much that I've read up on. Like everybody talks about type 2.
Yeah. And you say she's on insulin, right?
Yes.
So, were you on earlier when I was speaking about diabetes?
I have been on for like, I don't know. Well, yeah, that's why I'm asking, because I
That's
came
why
in
you
at the
asking for
end
sure.
part of that conversation.
Yeah. So honestly, that right there is what I'm specifically speaking about, type 1 and type 2, especially when you're on insulin. Because again, insulin is nothing but a complex salt compound, right? It's a foreign created salt compound. Your pancreas naturally secretes insulin, right? And the reason why it naturally secretes insulin is to level out the blood sugar. However, because the pancreas plays seesaw for so long, it can be shut down. Now, there is possible that, of course, especially with your family genetics or whatever the case may be,
Right.
the DNA, the weak DNA can be passed down. And of course, depending on the baby or however, the immune system and the lymphatic defense system, respond to it, it can either weaken or it can be strong to fight it. Now, how long has she been on insulin?
I'm assuming since she got diagnosed. So she's 19 now and she was diagnosed at 10.
Yeah, okay. So she been on insulin. Wow, man. So because she's been on that now, the reason why I asked is because she's been on that for so long, now it has gotten to the point where 9 times out of 10, her pancreas has completely shut down because it's no longer needing to secrete any kind of insulin. You know what I'm saying? So what probably has happened is that her pancreas has completely shut down, and that her body is pretty much dependent upon this complex insulin. So what I would advise, what she could possibly do, well, not what she could possibly do, but what she could do is slowly wind herself off the insulin, And I do not go cold turkey because, again,
Right. That's what I
because
didn't want for her.
the body has been dependent upon this.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And anybody go cold turkey, it can actually do more harm than anything.
Right.
So what I would advise is, slowly wind herself off the insulin, but start intaking more fruits. Now, again, I know people say, well, it's going to raise my blood sugar. However,
Yeah.
what's going to do is, your body, because this is it's simple sugar. So so simple sugars bypass the pancreas automatically. It doesn't even need the pancreas, right? But what it will do is going to penetrate by way of cellular infusion. It's going to penetrate the blood cells, and it's going to start breaking down into ATP, adenosine triphosphate, and start cleansing the body. So that's what I'll definitely advise her to do. Definitely some herbs, some herbal protocols, probably like some herbal teas that, that'll cleanse first off her glandular highway, that'll cleanse her kidneys, her adrenals, and the liver, and the pancreas as well. So,
okay. So it sounds like the method to the healing is still pretty similar to type 2, but as far as her, so yeah, I've cleansed or cured plenty of things personally myself with cleansing, and I was straight gonna go cold turkey on her, and I was like, nah, I don't think that's a good idea.
Oh yeah, no,
I don't know enough about type 1 diabetes, and there's honestly, like, if you were to really just try to dig in the holistic community, and even in Western medicine, there is really hardly any research. Like, they kind of throw them out and just say, you're stuck with it. It wasn't your fault, and it is what it is.
Yeah.
But I have my own theories on how she got it anyway, and I'm sure it plays into genetics and her needing like steroids. Like, she was born early, so they gave her all these extra steroids, and
oh man,
yeah. So there's a lot of hands in that pot. But yeah, I just have to get her. I mean, she's 19, so you know how she's gonna feel about any type of healing method. She'll believe the doctor first. So I guess I'll just try to educate her and educate myself. But yeah, I don't know if I can like get an email or email you for like that list of herbs possibly.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, you can.
Okay.
You can email me. My email should be in my profile.
Okay.
However, you can take my email down now. It's thebloodthatheals@gmail.com.
I feel like I can remember that.
Yeah, pretty much my Instagram name @gmail.com.
Okay, yeah, I can remember that. All right.
Yeah.
Well,
Email me, and then we can dive deeper on that.
Okay, cool. Well, thank you so much for answering.
Of course,
Enjoy
Queen.
your evening.
Yeah, go ahead and get it in at the gym.
Yeah, it's Monday. All right.
All right,
Talk to you later. All right.
All right. Everybody good? Drop some numbers real quick. Where everybody at, man? Drop some numbers, man. We're going to get up out of here soon. Drop some numbers. All right, for sure. Somebody asked, hold on, where is that question? Could you use hemp seeds, vinegar, dried oregano, and honey while healing from HSV? No, I do not. So hemp seeds, no, I do not advise eating doing hemp seeds. Vinegar, I don't think so. You don't need to be drinking vinegar anyway. It's very acidic. You can bathe in vinegar 100%, but I don't advise drinking vinegar. Dried oregano, you could definitely do dried oregano. You can make oregano tea, oregano tincture, oregano oil. That's actually very good for parasites. And honey, nah, I would probably stay away from the honey as well. But oregano, the only thing you said correctly for real is that oregano. That oregano will get rid of them. So for those that don't know what HSV is herpes, right? And when you're dealing with herpes, you are dealing with parasite, the hemorrhagic worm, part of the zoster family, dealing with different fungus and things in that nature. You want to make sure that you're intaking herbs that's going to get rid of, the parasites and things of that nature. So you could definitely do oregano oil, oregano leaf, oregano tincture, whatever, yeah, whatever you desire. We about to get up out of here though, y'all. It's 10:44 on my end. About to get up out of here. We about to pray now. You feel me? Yeah, we back. We back with another one. You know what I'm saying? We back. We all punishment, Instagram finally got me right. Everybody good, everybody copacetic. Just double checking. I'm about to get up out of here. Everybody good, everybody copacetic. Sending love, Queen. Sending love right back. I appreciate you as well. Yeah, gratitude. All right, y'all. Let me see. Tap me in. I just want to say one last thing. Hold on. Let me see. I'm going to tap you in real quick, and then we're going to get up out of here, y'all.
Peace, family.
How you doing?
I'm good. I just wanted to, I know you're about to get off get off. I just tapped in last minute. But I do want to mention to the last young lady that just stepped on for her sister. I had to write it down. Horsehound is good for diabetic and dandelion root. I'm currently on mushrooms right now, so I had to get this message to you. But everyone that's in here, bathing is very important. Our biggest organ is our bodies, is our skin. I just wanted to say that it's very imperative to bathe and to cleanse the body. I know a lot of people use black walnut. Black walnut is not only for spiritual practices. It is good as a parasitic cleanse. So you can put black walnut into your baths. It's also good for diabetes. Comfrey. You can use comfrey root. Comfrey root is good for diabetes. It also creates new skin cells. I'm literally making my own bath salt, so if anyone is interested in bath soaks, Ayana's Aromas, they can follow me on Ayana's Aromas. I just did my own. I kind of concocted my own bath soak for this specific bath. So yeah, I just wanted to say that bathing is very important. I know I seem very, very calm right now. Spell it. Comfrey is COMFREY. Black walnut, easy. I don't know if you want to spell walnut, WALNUT, and dandelion root and horsehound. Those are, I'm telling y'all, you can't miss them. Hit or miss. I know a lot of people saying high as a kite. That's what shrooms will do to you, baby. But yes, I just wanted to say that if anyone is looking for bath salts, candles, anything within the body, helping the body, I'm here. The Hood Medusa and Ayana's Aromas. So.
For sure.
Bathe, everybody. Bathe. Let that shit go and bathe. And it can pull out a lot of stuff. So, yeah, that's all.
For sure. I appreciate you, Queen. For sharing.
Peace.
Peace, Queen. Good herbs, y'all. Good herbs. I hope y'all wrote them herbs down. About to get up out of here. About to leave with prayer, and then we go. I am thankful. I give honor and thanks to the powers that be that have put me in a position to obtain the knowledge that I have. To not just be able to obtain the knowledge, but convert this knowledge into wisdom, to not only be able to teach myself, but the people, places, and things around me. Also send that same energy out to every being that's a part of this community, to every being that tapped into the live, to not only be able to obtain the knowledge, but convert that knowledge into wisdom, to be able to not only teach themselves, but the people, places, and things around them. Also give honor and thanks to send nothing but healing and grateful energy to every being that's in this community, because I understand that without the community, there is no community. I also pray that every vibration, every frequency, and every word spoken tonight was spoken far away from ego, but on the same frequency of love, light, power, and most importantly, truth. I give honor and thanks, speak life and power into the powers that be. Ashe, Ashayo, Amen, Amen, Hare Krishna, and all of the above that you shall subscribe to. Before we go, I got one last thing to say. I come as I am. I am who I am. Who I am not, I will never be. Love me for me, or do not love me at all. I am a great man. I'm going to show you how great I am. I shall leave as I come, yet I shall leave with more power. Peace.